Hey friends, I'm Leilani. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, this channel I really want to focus on transformation, healing, mind, body, spirit connection, growth, and everything that you truly need to transform your life. So this week is about personal growth and also energy and business growth. Today I want to speak about something a little bit more normal. All right, I know I can go into all the things. I can definitely go into all the things. But the fun thing about being multifaceted and multidimensional is that you do not have to subscribe to one thing. All right? And this episode, before I forget, is really how I started speaking and how you can too, okay? If that is something that is interesting for you, if you've been curious about it, maybe that's just, or if it's something that you never thought about, but you're like, hey, maybe this could be something, right? So, disclaimer, at this point in time, I am solely speaking through social media, right? Like through this platform. I'll speak on Instagram when I feel that I need to, and I have held in-person workshops in the past, and speaking in group containers. But what I really want to do is speak more on these topics in more in-person settings, in schools, in companies, organizations, just groups of people that have felt or taught to believe that their specific lifestyle or circumstance has limited them in any way. So really, I'm inviting more public speaking opportunities in person and online too. Like, I feel like online can be cool because we can all gather globally. Like, there's no barrier in that sense. But I think the main thing for me right now, in like kind of just sharing what I've been experiencing and what I would tell somebody who may be curious and interested in this journey as well, is that you really just gotta start. You just gotta start and not put an attachment to what exactly it's going to look like. And to be very honest, I believe that it took me a little bit of time to get to this point, because I was stuck in the idea that it had to be perfect, or that I don't know, I had to know what my specific niche was. And I feel like it's kind of starting to form just by me really focusing on topics that I am passionate about. But if you have a message, speak. Like, that's all I can really say. If you have a message, if you have things that you want to share, that you need to share, that are of value to this world, in service to this world, share it. Share it, because you never know what that may spark or what that may change for somebody. And I think I really want to touch on, just the way that our culture and our society is really in a transformational time in itself. There's going to be a lot of these, I would say, just new ways of receiving information, I would say. I'd say it like that. And and not just receiving it, but what it is that on a subconscious level we as a collective are ready to receive, are ready to not just be in the I'd say not just be on the bleachers and in the sidelines, but really getting into the game. Okay? And if you're following, you're following. If you get it, you get it. That it is no longer I would say, it may no longer feel in alignment for you to stay on the bleachers. And that's okay. That is okay. All right? And there may also be some of you who already are in the game, okay? You're already in the game. Now it's a matter of are you on the right team? Do you want new players? Do you need to do a little bit more training? And or do you need to go to another game altogether? Like that one, that's probably the one that will take you on for a trip. All right? These are questions that may need to be asked, okay? So in regards to speaking, okay, this is just one expression of what it is to play the game and be in the game. But if no one has told you, I will tell you that the world is still turning, okay? The world is still, like, Earth is still revolving. Time is still ticking. We are still growing older. Like, literally, our bodies are growing older every day. And I had to come to that realization. God really was like, look, I get it. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it, okay? I get it that, sometimes the bleachers are really comfy and cozy, okay? Sometimes you just want to, like, grab some popcorn, maybe get a blanket if it's chilly outside, and you really just want to watch all the other players, It's kind of nice when you're like, damn, like, that looks intense, but I'm not in it. That looks intense, but I'm not in it. Okay? But then one day, you're asked to join the team. One day you're asked to join the team. And it's something that you can't exactly ignore. You have a choice. You always have a choice, but it might be something that has been coming back and kind of just, it's something that hasn't left you exactly, right? And this in itself, you seeing this video, you listening to me at this time, may also be a confirmation for you of what you've already been kind of thinking about and ruminating on. And this is just your sign to, you gotta rip the Band-Aid off. You got to, but you're ready to. You're ready to rip it off, okay? You're ready to rip the Band-Aid off. And you can do so in a way that is most in resonance and comfortable for you. You know, like, ripping the Band-Aid doesn't mean that you're going to destroy your life. Okay? Ripping the Band-Aid can simply be like, ouch, that's things, or that just, it's just a little too intense for me in this present moment. But once it's off, it's off. Okay? So this does relate to speaking, but it does relate to more, okay? But we'll still keep it to relating to speaking. The steps that you can take. I mean, pick your path, right? Like, I think social media is a beautiful tool. I think it's a beautiful tool. And I think I've also realized how that has been a beautiful starting point for me as well, because the reality is, yes, like right now, I don't have people around me. I don't have to focus on someone looking at me, or, you know, like even just trying to acclimate to a certain environment. Like, this is my space and this is my truest, rawest expression. Although I have various expressions, and if you know me personally, you may have seen a different expression of me, but I also am this, right? And I really love that creating just art, I believe it is art. Creating art in your own comfort is a great starting point. And what else? Yeah, and I would say, like, the less attachment that you have, the better, in a way, because it takes the pressure off. And also, I was releasing there. It takes the pressure off. And you can also just experiment. You can also just kind of flow and see what is really in full resonance. And it could be a few things. But especially if you're someone who may feel undecided, just start somewhere. Start with what you like to do, or, you know, what current activities are you in right now, or what do you talk about with your friend group, right? Like, what's most present in that? What is something that you have been exploring lately that it's kind of new for you, but you know that you're on a journey, right? Or what is something that you're really good at? What's something that you're really good at and you just never really shared it, you know? And you'll know you're good at it because it's easy. Like, it's just easy to you. And yeah, just thinking about that and just start, you guys. Just start. I would also say, last one that came through was only start if you are really ready for anything. Be ready for it all, but also know that you are ready. You are ready. So, what's that quote? Stay ready so you don't gotta be ready. Okay. So, that. And you're not in this alone. You're not in this alone. Be around people who remind you of that. Okay? All right. Love you guys.